Midway through a conversation I had the other day, somewhere between laughter and mild exasperation, I caught myself thinking, why do so many men swear women are impossible to figure out? Honestly, is it really that mysterious? Or is it just more convenient to shrug and say, women don't even know what they want? Anyway. Hi. Welcome to Love and Logic, that little corner of the internet where we talk about love with both emotion and intention, heart and backbone. Whether you're single and scrolling at 1 a.m., dating and confused, or healing and pretending you're fine, we see you, this space is for you. I'm Olivia. And today, we're diving headfirst, no floaties, into something people argue about endlessly. The brutal truth about what women want. Yes. That. Now before someone in the comments starts hyperventilating, let me say this, I am not the appointed spokesperson for all women on planet Earth. I didn't receive a global memo. There was no secret summit. But I did take the time to sit down with a group of real women, friends, colleagues, strangers over coffee, and ask them, bluntly, what they actually want from the men in their lives. The answers? Surprisingly consistent. A little raw. A little uncomfortable. So if you're ready for honesty, the kind that might sting but won't kill you, grab a pen. Or don't. Just listen. Because we're starting now. Leadership, and not the fake, loud kind. Let's clear something up immediately. Women are not asking for a dictator. We're not looking for someone to bark orders, pound their chest, and declare themselves alpha because they watched 3 motivational reels on Instagram. That's not leadership. That's cosplay. What we mean is direction. Vision. Movement. I once dated a man who, on paper, was almost perfect. Attractive. Gentle. Romantic in that acoustic guitar on the beach kind of way. The sunsets were cinematic. The vibes were immaculate. And yet, there was a problem the size of a billboard. He had zero ambition. Not, he's still figuring things out. Not, he's pivoting careers. No. I mean zero. Nada. Zilch. If there's a word beneath zero, please send it to me. Because that's where we were. He'd talk about jobs. Always talking. I've got something lined up. Big things coming. Trust the process. The process apparently involved sleeping in and watching reruns. I never once saw that man wake up with urgency. Now listen, I am not anti-rest. I love a slow Sunday. But there's a difference between rest and stagnation. And stagnation smells. You can't deny it. Here's the thing, I am ambitious. When I wake up, I move. I chase. I build. I climb. Not because I hate peace, but because I value growth. So when you place a driven woman next to a man who is content floating through life like a leaf in a lazy river, something starts to crack. Leadership means you're going somewhere. It means you have a plan, even if it's imperfect. It means you don't just exist in the relationship, you steer it. You say, here's what I'm building. Here's where I see us. Here's what I'm working toward. It doesn't have to be billionaire energy. It doesn't have to be flashy. But there has to be movement. Because following a man who doesn't know where he's going, that's exhausting. And we won't sign up for that long term. Faithfulness, yes, we're going there. Let's talk about something that makes people shift in their seats, loyalty. I've heard the justifications. Men are wired differently. It's just physical. It doesn't mean anything. Maybe. But here's what women hear, instability. Some men will swear they love you and still step out. I've seen it. I've heard the logic, if you can call it that. And I still don't fully understand the mental gymnastics required to claim devotion while entertaining side quests. Faithfulness matters. Deeply. And not just in the obvious sense. It's about emotional security. It's about knowing that when you leave the room, your man isn't shopping for a replacement. Are faithful men rare? Maybe they just don't advertise loudly. Maybe they're quietly consistent, which isn't as flashy as chaos. But I promise you this, when a woman finds a man who is loyal, not performatively, not temporarily, but truly, she relaxes in a way that's almost visible. You can see it in her shoulders. In her laughter. If she discovers betrayal, that same woman will detach so cleanly it'll feel surgical. She might cry. She might argue. But once the switch flips, gone. Yesterday's news. Commitment isn't old-fashioned. It's foundational. Respect, and no, it's not one-sided. Somewhere along the way, a strange myth developed that respect is something women owe men but don't necessarily receive in return. Who started that? I'd love to know. Respect is mutual. Or it's nothing. Women want to feel acknowledged. Seen. Prioritized. If she walks into a room full of people, and you barely look up, that stings. But if your eyes light up and you subtly shift toward her, no grand gestures required, that speaks volumes. Respect lives in tone. In timing. In how you argue. Do you belittle her when you're angry? Do you mock her ideas? Do you dismiss her feelings with a casual, "You're overreacting"? Those moments stack up. Respect isn't about submission. It's about consideration. If you demand respect but don't offer it, the math will never add up. Simple as that. Communication, the part everyone dreads. Ah yes. The word that makes some men sigh dramatically, communication. Here's the reality. Men and women often communicate differently. That's not news. That's biology, social conditioning, life experience, it's layered. But different doesn't mean incompatible. When she talks about her day, she's not always looking for a solution. Sometimes she's looking for partnership. For validation. For, "I hear you." There's a difference between hearing and listening. Hearing is passive. Listening is active. If she repeats the same frustration multiple times, it's probably because she feels unheard. And here's a secret, you don't have to fix everything. Sometimes just sitting next to her after an argument, without storming out, without theatrics, can diffuse more tension than 1,000 speeches. Silence, used well, can be intimate. Walking away every time things get uncomfortable. That builds distance. Communication doesn't always require a TED Talk. Sometimes it's a text at 2 p.m. that says, "Thinking about you." Sometimes it's holding her hand while she vents. Meet her halfway. That's it. Money, yes, let's be honest. Now we arrive at the topic some of you have been waiting for with raised eyebrows, money. Do women like money? Yes. We do. You do too. Money creates options. Stability. Comfort. It reduces stress. It allows generosity. But here's where nuance matters. It's not always about how much cash is in your account this second. It's about potential. About trajectory. A man with vision, discipline, and a plan, even if he's still climbing, can be incredibly attractive. Contrast that with someone who resents effort, avoids responsibility, and expects applause for mediocrity. Not so much. Some women chase immediate gratification. That's real. But many women are builders. Investors. They see the long game. If she believes in your ambition, your work ethic, your growth, she'll ride with you. But if there's no plan, no drive, no spark, she'll reconsider. Money itself isn't the seduction. It's what it represents: security, provision, foresight. Romance, and please, don't rush it. Romance is not dead. It's just been downgraded in some people's priorities. Big mistake. Romance isn't about fireworks every Friday night. It's about thoughtfulness. Intentionality. Foreplay doesn't begin in the bedroom. It begins at 10 a.m. when you send a message that says, "How's your day really going?" It's the flowers delivered unexpectedly. The playlist you made because it reminds you of her laugh. The kitchen cleaned before she walks through the door. And no, it doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't need a marching band in the parking lot. Sometimes romance looks like washed dishes. Like dimmed lights. Like dinner already simmering because you knew she had a long day. It's attention to detail. It's slowing down. It's not devouring the moment like it's fast food, but savoring it like it's a 5-course meal. Take your time. Let her feel chosen. Let her feel desired beyond convenience. Romance is creativity in action. And imagination? You have that. Use it. Look, these aren't the only things women want. We could sit here all day and still not cover everything. People are complex. Love is layered. And relationships? They're living organisms. But leadership, faithfulness, respect, communication, financial direction, romance. Those 6? They come up again and again. From one sister to my brothers, this isn't an attack. It's insight. It's clarity. It's love, just with structure. If this shifted your perspective even slightly, if you're looking at your relationship a little differently now and thinking, okay, I see it, then stick around. Subscribe to Love and Logic. Like the video. Turn on notifications. Drop your thoughts in the comments and share this with someone who needs a gentle nudge. I'm Olivia and I'll see you in the next one.